On wrist today is the King Seiko Vanic, which is such a funky, cool, retro-inspired watch. It has a killer bracelet. I've only had it for a couple months, but it's been taking a lot of wrist time. Now I have a different Seiko purchase to show off today to talk about and show it next to my other Seikos. I've really been getting back into this awesome Japanese brand. I've never fully left Seiko. I've always had at least one in the collection, but I've really kind of come back full circle. I'm getting back to my roots, and all of my recent personal purchases have been from this Japanese brand. And as I've been thinking about these watches, especially this most recent King Turtle pickup, I've thought that out of all the brands that I've tried recently, or even in the last 10 years, I have not found the equal in terms of general original design, practicality, functionality, and that X factor, the fun, the emotion for the retail prices that Seiko charges. I just don't think another brand is doing it for me like Seiko is. I really enjoy this brand. I know not everybody's a fan, but I'm a fan. I'm a Seiko path, and I'm having more fun right now collecting watches than I have really that I can remember. I'm really enjoying this segment of the hobby right now. And so let me show you my turtle collection. I have 4 at the moment, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that I have at least another 8 that I would like to get my grubby mitts on before they become too difficult to obtain. Seiko has been releasing turtles since 2016, so about 10 years of the turtle, and they've come out with some awesome references over the years. I've owned or reviewed many of them, and I just have this desire to start picking them up, adding them to the collection. I kind of have this weird dream of having a large watch box full of awesome Seiko turtles, each one a little bit different. I know that sounds weird, that might sound a little crazy, but you know what? Us watch collectors, we can be a little bit weird. We can be a little bit crazy. Now, 3 of these are discontinued. The 2-3, the 775, the 4-4, they're all pretty difficult to come by. There are not a lot of references for sale on the secondary market, but this King Turtle, this Black Series, this is the most recent purchase, and this is the only one that you can still buy new. Now, I had to go JDM for this purchase. Most Seikos are available globally, but Seiko does release specific references that are made in Japan, and they're only meant for the Japanese market. So you can only buy them if you travel to Japan or you buy them from a Japanese seller that's willing to ship globally. And that's the case with this SRPK 4-3. I had the option to buy this locally. Obviously I have no problem buying in the United States. I have no problem buying used, but I wanted this reference to be JDM. You'll notice made in Japan written on the dial, and you'll also notice probably my favorite aspect of the watch, and that's the day wheel done in kanji. Nothing's quite the same as a JDM Seiko diver with a kanji date wheel. I don't know, it just looks better than any other language. It feels most appropriate. So I'm glad to buy this JDM version. Yes, I did have to buy a tariff, so it was more expensive than buying a United States global release. But if I did that, I wouldn't have the JDM reference, and I wanted the JDM reference. If you're new to shopping Japanese domestic market watches, I bought this from shoppinginjapan.net. I bought from SIJ several times over the years. They seem to have a good stock of hard to come by discontinued references. They even have a new Blumo that's over 10 years old, brand new on the website. So they have discontinued Seiko. They have regional market exclusive editions that are only available in certain countries. And yes, they have JDM references. I've noticed the pricing is fair, and this is what they sent me. They sent me everything. The Seiko shopping bag. They sent me, obviously, the watch box, the paperwork, all of that stuff. But they included a couple things I was not expecting. One was a Japanese postcard with the Great Wave off Kanagawa. That's some art that I really like. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this famous painting. So they sent me that. They even included some local snacks, which I wasn't expecting. That was a thoughtful touch. I appreciate that. Now, what's good about this Seiko turtle? It's just a blackout turtle, right? Well, yes, it is, but I think that wouldn't be doing the watch justice. There is some nice attention to detail here. This is a king turtle, meaning it has a few upgrades compared to these other three older discontinued turtles. This has a ceramic bezel insert. The bezel grip is a little bit different, it's more defined. This has a sapphire crystal, which admittedly is awesome. My C3PO crystal is getting pretty scuffed, and I'm on the verge of needing to order a new crystal because I'm starting to get bugged when the light hits it just right and you see all those scuffs in the hardlex. So this has sapphire, this has a day-date magnifier, which I personally don't mind, but I know some watch collectors dislike that feature, and an even smaller amount of collectors will heat up a razor blade and shave off the Cyclops off of the crystal. I'm not planning to do that, but this watch does have that magnifier. And this is part of the Black Series that Seiko released in 2023. This specific turtle came out in 2024, so we're coming up on 2 years of production. And I don't think they're going to make it for that much longer. So if you're one of those collectors that have been eyeing this watch, I'd buy it sooner rather than later just so you don't miss out and have to spend a little bit more on the secondary market for a discontinued watch. I'm guilty of doing that. Obviously, you can see that here with these three discontinued turtles. Now, the Black Series that Seiko began, they were specific references, sport watch references that they fully blacked out. The case, the bracelet, the crown, the bezel, the case back, even the clasp, it's all black coated. And the lume is a customized formula of Lumibrite that is Midori green in daylight, which looks awesome. And it glows bright green, just like normal Lumibrite in low light conditions. Now, the dial on this one is a matte black, but it's bordering on gray. It's like a dark gray color. The text is printed in silver, and that matches the brushed silvered minute hand. There's even a subtle difference in the bezel indexing, which is a bit difficult to pick up on, but the first 20 minutes are a brighter silver, and then 21 through 59 is all done in a darker, more muted silver. And I've noticed that Seiko, they generally like to print Saturday in blue and Sunday in red. You'll notice that with my other day-date complication Seikos. But blue on a Saturday would clash a little bit visually with the Midori green markers and hands. So on this Blackout King Turtle, Seiko only printed Sunday in red. All the other days of the week are done white on black. And that's just a small aspect that shows me that Seiko's thinking about the details. I think they really wanted to do this watch justice, even with it being a well under $1,000 priced watch. Now, other things about this, it has 200 meters of water resistance. It has that cushion case, drilled lug holes, the in-house 4R36 movement. I think this is just cool as heck. They've been making the Turtle for a decade now. It's just an awesome design. It's a fat watch. It's a comfortable watch. It actually wears better than my Marine Master 300, which is a bit top heavy. It's taller than this Turtle. So I just really enjoy the Turtle. I'm glad to pick this one up. I'm happy to add it to my mini Turtle collection and, add it to my other Seikos and my King Seiko. Again, I'm just going back to my roots. I'm enjoying this Japanese brand, and I'm already thinking and itching to pick up more Turtle references, other JDM references. It's just, I don't know, it's just the phase I'm going through right now, and I'm having a great time. I'm having more fun than I ever have in the years of being a crazy watch collector. So I guess if you have a discontinued Turtle that you're wanting to sell, send me an email. I might be able to take it off your hands. I appreciate you watching today. Let me know if there's something that I can elaborate on. If you have a question, I'll directly respond to you. And let me know if there's any specific watch you would like me to feature or review. I'll do my best to get it in and feature it. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you next time.